All right, so how long time? I'm good. I'm not laughing. Can you hear me?
What? Oh, it's Mr. Madness, baby. Marbury, Dick Jones, and now they call me Fire.
First of all, I think it's crazy because the headline is like, oh, Romeo Miller exposes Master P. Okay, so we're going from there, and there's been a back and forth with them on social media, and it's pretty much Romeo, for maybe lack of a better term or whatever, just kind of paraphrasing. He's pretty much painting Master P as a deadbeat, and Master P is going back and forth with them, trying to defend himself and calling him ungrateful. And you have different entities chiming in and all that. And my whole thing on it was that I thought, just off top, just from what I've heard, just listening to a little bit of the back and forth, reading the tweets or whatever, is I thought Romeo was ungrateful. I think it's fucking ridiculous. When you grow up privileged and you never want for anything, what the hell is the problem? And I think he looks ridiculous and almost, kind of foolish. Not even kind of, like he actually looks foolish. And it's just really unfortunate to see, because a lot of us, we aren't privy to have Master P's and these different people as our fathers to put us in certain positions. So if you grow up after having access to all that regardless, and now you're broke and you don't have nothing going on, then that's a you problem. To turn around and blame your father 30 years later when you didn't make nothing from yourself, when you were just given everything from whatever it is. He just never had to worry about anything. He was given everything. He was given a rap career. I just want to know what you thought about it, and then
See, I took it the other way because
Right.
I look at it like, okay, so he's saying his dad took all his money,
Okay.
his little Romeo money. At first, I was like you, like, oh man, like your dad did everything. He set up a record label, and he gave you all. He gave you everything so you can go out there and become a star.
Yep.
And you wasn't big like little Bow Wow, but you know what I'm saying? You was there.
Not at all. It wasn't even close.
He had the girls. The girls love little Romeo.
But think about this. You said that
he gave him all his resources. That's what I want to say. Go ahead.
Right. But you got to think on that note, how much do you think Lil Romeo made for Master P and his No Limit label? Because that was one of his things, like, oh, it turned out all these years we were just, we was feeding the beast all these years or something. He said something like that. So it's like, how much you think Lil Romeo brought to his dad for him to be able to say, oh, you ate off of me?
I think he was more in the red than he was.
He had to be in the red as much as it takes to break an artist and put in. A lot of people don't understand this, and I think that you can obviously say that that's one thing where Master P could have went wrong. Maybe he wasn't giving his kids a business, because it takes so much to make a little Romeo, and the fact that you have a dad that can just do it for shits and giggles almost. So I had to pull this up because I was like, maybe I was wrong. Maybe he was as big as Bow Wow, and it ain't even fucking close. Lil Romeo sold over 500,000 albums, including 500,000 in the U.S.
Hold on. That's collectively?
Yeah.
That's collectively? Like,
yeah. And his best-selling album was, of course, his first one. That album, it hit the Billboard 200 at number 6. It charted at number 6, selling 99,000 copies in its first week, and it went on to be certified gold.
I knew it was gold. Yeah, I knew he wasn't going platinum.
But how many streams do you think he's doing now?
Oh, he's probably not doing nothing. He's probably doing next to nothing for real, because nobody really screams, "Hey, Lil Romeo had some hits."
I'm trying to pull it up. He ain't got no hit records, like
Yeah.
no hit singles. He got singles and stuff, but none of these things are hits.
You don't hear that on the radio.
So I'm just like, what money does he think that he's owed when he's working as a child under his father's label, and his father is giving him everything? It's a free opportunity. You fast forward, he hasn't done anything on his own to make himself either more marketable. He didn't focus on the rap like that. I don't know what happened with his basketball career. I heard he was pretty good. I'm just really trying to figure out like where he gets off trying to blame his dad, or say that his dad took his little Romeo money. Because I'm like, what little Romeo money? His dad took a L signing him.
Correct. I just like so, but Lil Romeo saying the whole family, and what did the other kids do? I
was just about to get into that and stuff. His sisters, his siblings were less famous than him by far.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't even close. So it's like this all sounds kind of crazy, right? And so they're still going back and forth.
I just feel like that's mad disrespectful that he did it on the internet. That's your father. You was just super close with him, about to be doing the movie. I thought they were doing it now. So Charlamagne's supposed to be playing in the movie. I think he's supposed to be playing one of Master P's brother, the one that died. And Lil Romeo's supposed to be directing it. And so, what happened? Like that's crazy to me. If you felt like that all this time, why are you saying something now? Since your money's low.
And that's and that brings me to this.
It's just like there's a
hip hop DX. They made a post and they're saying that Romeo Miller accuses Master P of withholding money.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, what money? So just going through it. In his latest Instagram post aimed at his father, that was today, December 19th. He accused him of withholding earnings from the potato chip brand Rap Snacks, in which he's a limited partner, and he's been for almost, I guess, well over a decade, the last 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
So he's saying that Master P hasn't been paying him for his contribution to Rap Snacks. According to the younger Miller, he's only now receiving compensation for his work with the company, having been misled by Master P, who he also accused of trying to gaslight and break him. So this is what he said. I would like to thank James and Taylor of Rap Snacks for seeking the truth and doing proper business. This year I will get my first Rap Snacks check and finally start receiving my earnings from my bags. I was told as a kid that we owned Rap Snacks and that my payday would come after we put in work and sold the company. Silly me. I promoted the company for free for 15 plus years based on the word of my pops without being allowed to see any contracts or even meet with the team. I stayed loyal, but I'm entitled and ungrateful now. He also added, only addressing this here because my father is trying to gaslight and break me instead of taking accountability of his mistakes and greed. And this is just the tip of the iceberg.
Okay. What you just said. Okay. So, Lil Romeo is saying he's acting like he basically got signed to Rap Snack like he was an artist. No, that's your father. Y'all were working together in a family business to make the business thrive. So yes, you're going to do that for free because you're making a business thrive. Now, on one point, if Master P never gave him the money, that's fine. Let's be honest.
That's what I was.
That's fine.
That's what I was thinking.
But yes, all them things you're going to have to do for your family.
Right. So do you think it's a thing where like maybe Master P maybe took advantage of that?
Yeah, I can see that because you know that's my son, so we're doing this together as a family. He probably looked at it like that. Just think about it.
And so yeah, that's kind of crazy. You know, like 15 years and really to see nothing, you know, from that type of. And I don't know exactly how good Rap Snacks are doing.
Shit, I just had my first Rap Snack this year.
Yeah, I mean, I see them. I just go right to the Doritos. I don't know. They don't look trustworthy.
I thought they were I didn't think they were black owned, so I didn't even try them. I thought they were just, you know, culture vulture type stuff. So I was like, nah, I'm cool.
Right. That's what I thought. But yeah, no, it's just I think you were right in just saying like it's kind of unfortunate that they're hashing all this out in the open, and it seems like something for one that they can handle behind the scenes. Because regardless whether I'm still kind of on the same page as far as thinking like one, this is your dad. Two, you grew up so fucking privileged and with just means and access far beyond the average kid.
Yeah.
So this is something that, you know, he could have checked behind the scenes, like before it got here, because then it does put him in a position to where he does look ungrateful and he looks like a wildin' ass kid. And that's why, you know, a lot of us parents, we end up saying, fuck them kids. Or you have to say that sometime. And it really makes me think of just when it comes to black men, black fathers, you know, fathers in general either, but it's an extra emphasis on black men. You can't win for losing.
Yeah.
And, you know, we could debate, you know, if he kind of took advantage of the whole family values, family business type setup. But at the end of the day, outside looking in, he should have nothing but appreciation for his dad. It should far exceed what I'm thinking is whatever little money that he can get for some potato chip sales. And if he's broke to the level of where he's talking about, like to be able to come out and say, yo, I'm broke. 30 years old and he's coming from that background, all that access, all that ability, everything granted to him from birth, that is on him. And it's not a payment from a bag of potato chips that's going to fix that. Somehow he grew up with his dad and soaked up nothing. He grew up the son of Master P, this dude, and he did some ridiculous ass poem shaming him, talking about, oh, why every time you do an interview or appearance you got to be marketing a product and everything. And
Hold on, I'm sorry to cut you off. This nigga did a poem?
A poem.
All right, he mentally hurt. Just think about this. He mentally hurt.
Hold on, let me see if I can.
No, I'm cool. You don't got to bring up the poem. Nobody wanna, man. I don't want that energy on me. Like these women be saying, I don't want that energy on me.
Yeah, but it was a poem. He was pretty much just saying like, and I thought it was crazy because it's like, yo, like your dad put food on the table. Y'all ain't missing no meals. Y'all had a roof over y'all head, a big ass roof too. Just
multiple.
And I'm like, you're knocking the very thing that he did that made it possible so that you could be who you are today. Whatever you did with it, wherever you take it, that's you. But he kind of made reference to his fathering, because I guess he's a father now.
Mhm.
And even with that, he don't understand that he's in the position to be the type of father, or maybe a different kind of father, or being able to make the certain tweaks that he felt that he may have missed with his dad. He's still in that position because of everything Master P granted him.
On that name, Percy Miller.
And it's just crazy to sit there and have the nerve to knock his dad hustle while screaming that you're broke and showing that you have none of it.
Mhm.
He should be trying to sell noodles, chips, shoes, everything his dad is trying to sell.
Rice, cereal.
All that shit. But I don't get, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's the problem with entitlement. And I think that shit is just fucking crazy. And a lot of people ain't really picking up on it. I've seen like a few people kind of be like, nah, this ain't right. But it's so ridiculous almost. He would have been better off handling a lot of this behind the scenes. He definitely should have did that, because I think taking things to social media kind of makes it messy, and then it just leaves the door open for people like us to kind of pick it apart and, you know, look at it and whatever past judgments or whatnot. But I mean, man, kids got to get it together. Like, we complaining about the wrong ones. There's fathers that's really putting on. Master P really put on. You have, you know, fathers like LeVar Ball and different guys like that they're shamed through the media. But it's like, look at what they're doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I have 3 kids going through the NBA. Master P, you know what I'm saying? His kids ain't have a worry in their damn life.
I don't think really people understand work ethic and what it takes to have extreme work ethic. The names that you just brought out, they had extreme work ethic. I know everything is not perfect. You know,
And
you have your hard
but it can't
times.
be. It's a sacrifice to be a man on that level, to be a father, provider, and everything. To be Master P is a sacrifice.
Yeah.
So when he's telling him like, "Oh man, that's a character and whatever, that ain't you," that what he's doing is part of what's putting the food on your table.
Correct.
It's that's why you got to keep up appearances, because
Correct.
that's what's making the money for you.
Yeah.
So it was just really crazy to see him try to like shit on that, and people take it like, oh, really? Like, oh, really? It's a sacrifice for men to be able to provide like that. And you're gonna miss a couple of hugs, you're gonna miss a couple of ball games and everything, but to be able to provide at that level, that's part of the sacrifice. And I think us as the children in the situation,
Mhm.
we have to recognize that. But it's like, damn, like we got every rap song in the world for every deadbeat dad that's not here. And then the ones that are actually putting on and sacrificing above and beyond, they're getting the same tag. They're getting the same jacket.
Ain't that a bitch?
You can't win for losing.
That's what I'm saying all the time.
I don't know. I couldn't imagine being Master P and being able to provide on that level, and then my kid come and flip out on me and shit on all over the internet. And I don't know. It'd definitely be some. It'd be some problems.
I can understand that. I can understand little Romeo being upset, but you got to work at it, bro. You got to do something. Where you're at, your level is way different than everybody else's level. Even your broke, him saying he's broke is different. He's not like broke. He's broke.
Yeah, I would hope not. Yeah.
He can't live the lifestyle that he's been living. So he has to probably go under his means. So he can't buy that Porsche Cayenne. He has to buy that Porsche, that Porsche 911.
Right.
Not the turbo, but just the regular 911.
Yeah, right.
He can't eat at you know what I'm saying? He can't eat at all the fancy restaurants like he used to. So I get it. He just needs stop complaining, bro. Just do what you got to do.
Yeah, as a grown ass man, though, like that's crazy. It'd be different. Okay, it really wouldn't be different. It would be it would be something if he didn't grow up so privileged.
Mm.
If he came from like a struggling household, that's different. This dude grew up so privileged to be sounding like this at 30 some years old. It's like, man, what a waste.
Mm.
What a waste. And then to knock your father's work ethic, the very thing that sustains you, is wild. That's where he holds the L for me right there. Just on those two things. To not take anything, not learn anything, not adapt to that, not to be able to become Master P Jr., that's one. And then to sit there and insult his father's work ethic. Because regardless, when the rap stopped selling, Master P kept it moving. He was doing movies. He had chips, noodles, rice, TV shows. He's always going.
What happened to the new No Limit? Because him and Romeo are supposed to be doing that. It's supposed to be mainly Romeo, but obviously that.
But what are they going to do with that? Romeo was only able to do 500,000 off the first album. Well, total. That's everything. So whatever the hell he did that first album and beyond. I think the first album is certified gold. So whatever that is, and then total, he's like a little bit over 500,000 sales. That's total. That's what he's been able to do.
Damn,
he can't even talk to Bow Wow.
No, he can't even talk. Can't even bring up his name.
He can't even. Him and Bow Wow can't even have a discussion. That's two different realms. And Bow Wow, he going through the same thing in a sense, kind of with Jermaine Dupri. It's the same thing, even though it's not his biological dad, but the Brat kind of alluded to, Bow Wow putting Jermaine Dupri in that position, and Jermaine Dupri pretty much accepting it. For Bow Wow to come out, disrespecting him at every turn now.
He always do that because his money ain't right. So let me disrespect. Somebody came at me wrong. Let me disrespect Jermaine Dupri. This is Jermaine Dupri's fault for everything because how Jermaine Dupri probably raised him.
That's
they
crazy.
They babied him, and so this is what you get.
Yeah, probably. But still, it's crazy.
It's sad.
Because this dude there's not a hit that he has that he wrote. His whole name, the fact that he's Bow Wow, and he's able to be, but I mean like the fact that he's able to be Bow Wow, because Snoop couldn't do nothing with him, so he passed him off to Jermaine.
Yep.
So the fact that he's Bow Wow today is Jermaine Dupri.
Yep.
You erase Jermaine Dupri from his life. He probably gets a little verse or something somewhere on the Snoop Dogg album, and he's on Where Are They Now? It's like, hey, remember the kid that rapped on Snoop Dogg's album? Like some shit like that. So I don't know. I just see the same kind of ungratefulness. And that is the right word, because I know Romeo was like, oh man, so now I'm ungrateful. Yeah, you're ungrateful. And it's the same thing with Lil Bow Wow, but the difference is between them two is I always seen Romeo as a little bit more mature.
Yeah.
Even though he had, privilege in his own way, same as Bow Wow, Romeo always came off like a little bit more mature and focused because he had his dad just so right there and they was kind of moving together. And I think it just kind of showed, both of them tripping. And I was like, damn, what is this? The month of ungrateful ass kids?
Man, the Millennium Tour is making another run. You're going to see Omarion coming out at Chris Stokes next. What?
Man, shit, you like, what's his name telling him this shit? Chris Stokes was fucking all them boys, wasn't he?
Oh my God!
I mean, that's what dude said. The one in the group, he said Chris. He was like, they tried to play that shit off. They was like, oh shit, Omarion was back there with me and shit. Like, and then something happened. They say Lil Fizz is on OnlyFans with his ass out.
Nigga, come on, bro.
Yeah, they say, man,
And that is,
these little these kid stars are, man.
damn,
I don't know nothing about that shit. I don't know how they found out about that.
yeah.
That's just what I heard. I ain't look into it. Don't plan on it.
Yeah, I'm not going that route.
Yeah.
I'm cool.
Yeah, nah, just the whole disrespect of just, I don't know. I just think, I mean, hopefully, and I guess he ended up closing off his statement, like he made it clear that he has love for his father, but I just still think
He was
it's
just
one,
mad.
yeah, but it's one thing to say that, but then the way that like he's cutting at his dad and kind of like painting him as like a devil of sorts and all that. And it's crazy and stuff, like when people get to losing that money.
Yeah. How old is Will Romeo?
You said, how old is he?
Yeah.
I'm thinking he's at least 30.
So he like a decade, 2 decades short to be doing this?
Yeah, it does. Oh shit,
Yeah.
he's 33 years old.
Yeah, so
He's a grown ass man.
you're a grown ass man complaining. You need to come at your dad like a grown ass man instead of acting like a kid, because that's what a kid would do. What are you doing right now?
Yeah, pretty much. He could have hollered about this. Like, hey man, I need my rap snacks money or something, man, because all this other shit ain't coming through. I'm short.
Yeah, he could have did this. If it's that big of a deal, if you feel that way, why even sue your dad? I'm just thinking everything's coming to me now. Like, why you didn't sue your dad? Why you didn't come like a man? It's business. So you could have sued your dad, and that still could have been your dad. We watched that with Lil Wayne and Birdman.
Man, and I'm just looking. I mean, this kid, he had TV shows,
Yeah,
albums.
everything.
I'm just talking
Yeah.
about, like, man.
Now,
You,
him. Remember the Masterpiece TV show?
which one? Shit, this motherfucker had several.
The one on Nickelodeon.
Vaguely. I know he got some stuff called Uncle P.
But yeah, he should sue him. If it's that big of a deal, why are you trying to publicly?
Yeah, so this is the thing. Like, if we go back to where it started, right?
Mm-hmm.
It started because Master P, he did a post about Steven Twitch Boss that just committed suicide, and he pretty much said that like, it's crazy that you can be smiling one day and just gone the next. We're in crazy times. And I guess Twitch was supposed to be a guest DJ for him. Romeo responds and he's like, man, that's crazy. I've seen this dude, ignore his own kids struggle with suicidal tendencies and all that, to go on here and shout out another dude that he don't even know. And he was like, your idols be lost. So Master P comes back, and he says pretty much like, you wouldn't wish that on no parent, especially when you try to do everything that you can do for your kids. And then he added to his son, he said, what's the plan? You're either part of the problem or the solution. I love you and the door is always open for you, but I won't tolerate disrespect. I haven't talked to you or seen you in months, and God knows I've tried my best. And he pretty much also he accused him of kind of like trying to like hype up the tragedy or whatever. And he kind of said what you had said. He said, I'm at peace now. I know the truth. This social media rant was never about my daughter. This is about some money. Houses, cars, jewelry are temporary. You can't take any of it with you when you die. Life is too short. People got to stop being ungrateful and place blame where, people got to stop being ungrateful and place blame when they're not where they want to be in life. I'm tired of people saying they love me only when I give them something. I'm not an ATM machine or a robot. I have feelings too. Thanks for all your prayers. We need it. Let's see. I'm moving on, going back to work and hustle for the ones that appreciate me. This new generation of kids need to stop blaming their parents for everything. How do they think they got to where they are without their parents making sacrifices for them? Mental illness is real, and so many families are tragically affected by it, especially when it's added trauma like death of a loved one. Man. So shit. Then I guess from there, Romeo continued to take shots. And that's what I told you. He wrote the poem, and it was called "The Tree of Trauma," urging stronger action on mental health.
If it's that big of a deal, why the fuck are you on social media doing this, bro? You need to be talking to your dad. So you rather not talk to your father about what you're going through, and if it's that big of a deal, getting a mediator and taking this shit to counseling instead of going to TMZ, going to the Shade Room, going to all these medias, and going to social media to destroy your father's character.
Yeah, it's
that is
kind of hard, but that's the era that's where we're at now. For some reason, we think we get.
He sounds like a manager that his life is fucked up at home, and so he's going to treat his employees like shit. That's what Lil Romeo sounds like that to me.
Yeah, I mean that's just what the time that we're in now, where people think something go left, you take it to social media, and it's unfortunately we do that with family. You know what line this reminds me of?
What?
10 crack commandments.
Yeah.
Money and blood don't mix like two dicks with no bitch. Find yourself a serious shit.
Yeah. You would think Master P the Ice Cream Man would understand this. Off top. Yeah,
but it worked. It's just, I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Well, but that's the thing. Like, when people are so privileged, the entitlement changes.
So you think? So, go ahead. I'm gonna hit you with that.
Yeah. So it's just like he can only be Lil Romeo for so long, and then it's like after a while you can only do so much. Like we were just talking about this. You can only do so much for somebody. They gotta want it themselves, and they gotta be willing to do something. You can only give somebody so much.
Correct.
But when people are so privileged and entitled, they're almost not prepared for when it's not like that anymore.
Yeah.
And then now you got to blame somebody.
So true.
He's done nothing with that Lil Romeo thing. He didn't, what do you call it? He didn't make that bigger, or he didn't do his part to make that, something that he could roll with. He didn't dedicate himself to the rapping end or the entertainment end or the acting or any of that really.
So you think this is Percy Miller's fault? This is Master P's fault. Him raising his child like this.
I mean, if you want to go that direction, you could say, "Oh, this is your fault for raising him like that." But he did what any dad would do.
I get that. I'm just saying because he probably wasn't really, Master P and them had a hard life. So I raised my child to give him everything and to make him feel like if I got it, you got it. So he's never been without. He's never been without. He's never had struggle. He's never had this. And now, since he's a grown man, now I'm gonna throw him out there. He's a grown man. He's about. Now he doesn't know how to.
But that's the thing. He didn't even just throw him out there. He didn't even just throw him out there. He's been with his dad, like kind of locking steps still until recently. until something happened when the money got funny.
So true.
And this nigga realized, oh, he wasn't where he wanted to be in life.
So
But
true.
it's just like, man, I just don't understand how you could follow somebody who like Master P and just be up under him like that to turn around and just be complaining like that. That's just insane to me. I just can't understand it.
I can't get it at all. I wouldn't personally. I couldn't get it. If I had his opportunity, it's just like the cheesecake situation.
That's
If I had his
Man.
opportunity, man. No,
Man, that's what I'm saying. Like, imagine being just given everything and then doing nothing with it. I don't give a damn how much money Master P didn't pay him for some fucking potato chips. I'll say it. Like, just imagine having that and doing nothing with it.
That's crazy. That nigga had Imagine if man, I was little Romeo, I'd be saying on every song. If my dad ain't gonna do it, I'm gonna do it.
I would have took that. And that's crazy that you brought up the thing, because that's what it's like. People don't understand privilege and opportunity. Like when Puff made them niggas walk for cheesecake. Like, man, people really looked at it like, oh man, I ain't going to get no cheesecake, but they don't even understand everything that goes into being able to have that opportunity, being able to have that chance, and what people actually go through to get that type of chance. You know what I'm saying? They're looking at the fucking cheesecake, but what people go through to make it in the industry, these motherfuckers pretty much got a fast track, easy pass. They just had to audition for some TV show, and they were on and, you know, slated to get ready to drop a chart qualifying album like that.
Side note, everyone, Junior cheesecake is fire.
I ain't never had it.
I had it, bro. It's fire.
I just know if that shit was me and shit, I'd have been halfway back and shit while they was crying and complaining. Like, you niggas fucking crazy.
Like I told you, I would have bought him one and I would have bought me one on the way. Like,
man, I'm like, here you go, man. Man. And I think that's what, in both of these situations are similar like that, because people really don't know what it takes.
Yeah.
To make an artist. They don't understand it. They don't appreciate it. So all they saw was the what do you call it? Like, oh, like what, you some kind of punk or you some kind of bitch. This nigga made you to go get cheesecake, and it was not about the fucking cheesecake. It's about the grind. Yo, you know what was crazy about that whole cheesecake thing that I broke down to people? I'm like, a lot of you motherfuckers and shit be at dead end jobs, and you make sure you go get everybody fucking lunch, or you bring everybody Starbucks or whatever for less. But these kids got a once in a lifetime opportunity, and there's a problem going to get a slice of cheesecake. That's crazy, dude. And it's just weird how people they don't understand that when you're giving so much. They don't even understand when you're just giving shit.
Hold on. You're walking to go get cheesecake, and you come back to live in a penthouse suite.
Right? Oh my God, who gets that? There's people that when they sign record deals, until something shakes with that album, or man, they living in dire straits. That's what they used to call that. Like they are not living good, and so till that album finally take off.
Living in studios, and people don't know, in the record business, a lot of studios have bedrooms on top of the recording area, or they have them below, or you sleeping in closets. These people are living in a penthouse suite.
You mean to tell me you couldn't get 4 or 5 other niggas and shit to act straight so y'all could drop this album and change your lives? Like, man, people just really don't understand. And that's why, I mean, I guess you can say that is his fault, because you should almost know that. that when you give somebody something that they don't have to fucking earn or work for, it's usually going to come back to bite you in your ass.
Correct.
And you just see it with both situations. If he'd have did his son like Shaq, how Shaq say he be telling his kids, it'd probably be different. He should have probably raised Romeo like, no, I'm rich.
Yeah.
You got to get there. And, maybe it's some appreciation for it, because I don't know. I would like to think that if I was able to come into that type of privilege or grow up that privilege, that I would be so understanding of that fact that I have an opportunity.
Yeah.
But it always comes down to money. And, if the money was still looking good, it'd probably be a different situation. He wouldn't be trying to blast his dad and stuff over the potato chip money. And he probably would have been far more significant at this point to where that wouldn't even be as big of a deal, maybe, unless it was tied into something else. But who knows? He seems to be on a roll. So, I mean, we'll see what else he put out. But yeah, I just don't see it. To those who much is given, ain't shit is expected. And that's the problem.
That's the problem.
The Glorilla, she posted a job that she needed an assistant. 500, what was it, 550 a week?
Yeah.
Okay. So, what's so funny about this? Like, everybody clowning her, right? Oh, the minimum wage is still $7.25? Shit. Glad I work for myself. Woo, I couldn't do it. I'd be so hostile if I got paid $7.25 an hour. It wouldn't be no joke. But yeah, okay. So the minimum wage $7.25. They're bitching and crying in politics for $15 an hour.
Yeah.
Minimum wage. $5.50 a week is basically $15 an hour. You know how I know that? Too, for a fact, because I used to make $15 an hour when I drove for Amazon. And my checks roughly came out to about $5.50 a week.
Oh.
So it's like, this is $15 an hour. And I say that because people will do this for billionaire companies and do far more work for less of an opportunity.
Hold up. You did not explain it totally. They get a free hotel. They get free food. They get free opportunities to touch shoulders with other people. They get all that with that $5.50.
I'm just saying, people don't recognize when something is being given. To be the assistant for the hottest rapper,
female rapper right now. Oh, hottest rapper. You said it right. Hottest rapper. That's not for the gender.
But all of a sudden we on a high horse, and $5.50 a week ain't too much. But you'll go do that for Jeff Bezos, who don't give a damn about you, don't offer no career advancement or anything. You're gonna be in that warehouse sweating, or you're gonna be on one of them Amazon trucks busting your ass trying to deliver packages all over the city. But we want to shame and slander Glorilla for $5.50 a week. And it's weird how black people do that to each other. It's weird how like we expect so much in that regard, in that sense, and we'll do it. We'll do it for somebody else.
Right.
And won't say anything. Won't even. There's people showing up to McDonald's every day and, making sure that their uniform is crisp, they on time, they're making sure that the fries is hot and all that. They don't complain. They get their little check at the end of the week and don't say nothing, but they'll sit online and clown Glorilla for offering $5.50 a week. A lot of these niggas should have been applying.
I would have been, I would have went to her house. I'm sorry. As soon as she dropped it, I would have went to her house. I'm like, man, I gotta go.
If you're making adequate, money, then of course you're looking at it like, oh, no, that's not enough for me. But when you think of like the average person that is probably under that 15 range or around, that's a life-changing opportunity.
I bet you won't even be touching that 550 for real though. Working for her.
You probably wouldn't, because she seems like she's, probably generous enough. Yeah. But yeah, no, that was crazy. I just sat there and I was just looking at all these people like go in and try to make jokes. I was gonna say, if you wanted to send us off, that'd be cool to have.
That's Geraldine, 2 names. I'm Super Dope Key, and you just been chit chat.
Bah!
Peace.
Baby. It's Mr. Madness, baby. Marbury. Dick Jones. And now they call me Fire. That's right. That's what they call me now. Fire. Oh. Come on. Chill. If you're gon' store something, store it. I thought I told you. West side be the hardest, regardless of all of the stress and strife. I'ma try to hold on to my precious life. So if the cops come around to arrest us, right, yo, they better be prepared for a fight tonight. Cause if it's on and something ain't right in here, I'ma do my best to make one of them disappear. So if it's clear, keep it moving, shawty. Cause we didn't come here to fight, yo, we just came to party. Then take somebody home, cause we just trying to keep it crunk tonight. And anybody out of line getting stumped tonight. That's right. So don't let the suits fool you, cause I got something out in the trunk to shoot through you. It's funny cause I ain't got nothing to prove to you, and you don't really want it with me, dog, now do you? Oh! Why you wanna play them games? Stop playing them. Why you wanna hate on me? Why you hate, dog? I just wanna do my thing. Do so me, man. Why you wanna hate on me? Chill. I'm not the one to blame. Blame me, man. Why you wanna hate on me? Ain't a damn thing gon' change, so why you wanna hate on me? Why you hating on me? I don't understand. Could it be because your girl think that I'm the man? Or could it be because your mom is my biggest fan? And your sister keeps saying, can she touch my hand? Dog, I don't even want no beat. And I don't think you really wanna see me on those streets. I don't think you wanna see me pull in front of your place with the heat and pull that thing out in front of your face. See, every different place I hit, 6 chicks on a roll. But it ain't because of me, it's cause my record went gold. But back then when I couldn't get no shows, that's the same time when I couldn't get no hoes. But now I'm putting up A-high type figures. Now I got these white girls saying I like niggas. I'm guessing that's what happens when you're rhyme type nigga. That's why I'm trying to stay up in the limelight, nigga. Jigga. Why you wanna play them games? How you playing, dog? Oh, why you hate, man? I just wanna do my thing. I just wanna do me. What? I'm not the one to blame. I'm not. Hey, wait a minute. I am not the one to blame. Ain't a damn thing gonna change. So ain't it gonna change? So why you wanna play that game? Every time you do a song, you gotta say my name. I was letting it go, but now I gotta put a stop to that. Cause fake rappers get popped for that, and they gon' have to call the cops for that. Black nigga. Cause when it's problems, I'm on top of that. I keep a strap like a dyke do down in Midtown. If you're standing around, then you're bound to get clown. So duck down, dog, cause these jokers is wild. But they can do nothing to me but have a coconut smile. I know they foul, even though most of them hitting the white line. They might write tight lines, yeah, but they ain't like mine. So please, dog, don't even compare yourself. And you can talk about it if you ain't been near yourself. So if you want a battle, you better prepare yourself. I have your ass get to dare yourself, fake ass niggas. Oh! Why you wanna play them games? Why you playing them? Why you wanna hate on me? Why me, dog? I just wanna do my thing. I just wanna do me, man. Why you wanna hate? Why you hate, man? I'm not the one to blame. I am not the one to blame on me. Ain't a damn thing gonna change. So why you wanna hate on me? Why you wanna play them games? Why you wanna hate on me? Why you hate, man? I just wanna do my thing. I just wanna do me, man. Why you wanna hate on me? I just wanna do me. I am not the one to blame. Oh, ain't a damn thing gonna change. So why you wanna hate? Dog. Oh, why you hate, man? This goes out to everybody that hate. Fire and ice, baby. It ain't on. It really ain't no limit right here. I just really don't understand why you hating or why she hating. Why that nigga over there hate? Wait a minute. Everybody talking about niggas hating. Niggas don't hate no more, man. Niggas just disgruntled. Niggas just disgusted with you. Man, I just don't even understand how this all goes down.